Hey, I'm not pretty much the super early person, but I gotta say, welcome to Gran Turismo 7. And yesterday, I noticed that yesterday it came out super early. Gran Turismo 7 update. It came out super earlier than usual or schedule because Yamauchi is on just announced a couple of days ago. Actually, it's pretty much a shock, but they have the three. Well, actually, a couple of cars. I should say. Yeah, the Hyundai, the Defender, the Toyotas as well, and the RAV4, and the Roadster. Quite a lot of new cars actually. It's pretty much newer in this game. What sort of? Oh, actually, when I say new, it wasn't the new. Just came out in this game, and also for the first time ever. So these cars. Okay, I get it. Let's move it on. We're gonna review three cars of these. Two of them already in this game. Well, and one of them is newest one. And also, this car is one of the greatest car of all time. One of the greatest roadster of all time. Sorry, I just realized it came screaming with the Fiat Panda on it. Sorry about that. But it wasn't the newest car for this game. Oh yeah, I forgot the one another car I mentioned. They have another car on this game, which is the Opel. Yeah, the Opel came back in the Gran Turismo. If you're from UK, you know the Opel. And also in UK, which is a Vauxhall. Yeah, it was a different brand actually. In UK was Vauxhall. Other European country or any country in the world is Opel. Alright, for Mazda fans right there, you know the car that you may notice Jujiro Matsuda actually. And oh yeah, you may notice one of my fellow content creator Yomichi Yuki also had a review Mazda in real life, and she was fan of Matsuda Seiko. What? I just want to point out that okay, I put it in a video on screen right now. Well, not in the information available right now. You can watch it. But there's a bunch of Mazdas. There's three of the modern day Mazda, the ND Mazda. Well, the one thing about these cars, it's always been away. My personal favorite is the RX-7 MT3S, FC3S, and also the RX-8. The SH22 is a cool car, which is a genesis of the RX-7 platform, and also Cosmo Sport back in the late 60s version. But the car we're going to talk about is a sports car, a portable sports car, rear-wheel drive, and also fun to drive. I don't mean to talk about the Demio. Demio is a hatchback you can drive, but this one here is the greatest of all time. This is a Mazda Roadster S. This is one of the greatest car of all time, even though it's 10 years old car, and also the best-selling car of all time. One of the greatest best-selling sports car ever built with a modern day as well. And another thing about the Roadster is not just rear-wheel drive, it's also fun to drive, and also everything you can get. You can get the automatic version or a manual version. I prefer manual gearbox for this thing. Man, I pretty much love the Mazda Roadster, the new one, the ND Roadster. These days, these cars have quite a lot of tuning potential. For example, you can put the rocket body kit as well. You can put anything, every engine you can look at. Drifting with this thing is so cool. Okay, Matt might be there have one of these things. With the previous one, it has a 4-rotor turbo 4-rotor in Formula Drift, and after the race on the Formula Drift with this car, he used to on his 3-rotor and his son Lincoln actually have a 5-rotor. Yeah, 5. Is it? And also it was rotary engine. The rotary engine you can put in one of these things. But this particular car is a road version, road car. It's fun to drive. I Roadster as well, 2-seater, and also the one thing people will talk about this car is a hairdresser car as well. It's not hairdresser car anymore. It's a handsome looking little Mazda Roadster. The basic recipe of this car is simple. It's not just lightweight and also fun to drive and really less displacement. The 1.5 liter inline 4 engine. Yeah, no, it was 1.5 liters. 1.5 liter inline 4 engine, 128 horsepower, 150 newton meters of torque. Yeah, 150 newton meters of torque. This thing is very a good looking platform, I gotta say. This thing, not just that, has the weight 990 kilograms. Every bolts and nuts on this thing, it's so lightweight. Yeah, it's a lightweight nut and bolts on this car these days of this one. The basic recipe of the Mazda Roadster is never changed, but even well, it changed a bit, but it was the coolest one. But another thing about this car, it had all the colors. The Soul Red Premium Metallic. Yeah, this is the most iconic color ever. The Blue Reflex Mica, Meteor Gray Mica, Ceramic White, Crystal White Pearl, with Crystal White Pearl Mica, which is pretty much the RX-7 color. The Arctic White. Yeah, this thing you can get this one affordable in real life, which is a under 200 grand. I'm not sure about it, but it's this thing always be a best looking one. 24,950. And almost 25 grand. Like, but it is still one of the best looking car. And also, it was the affordable car. You can get one of these things in this game as well. Okay, I bought like a couple of years ago review with the NRA version. I bet it is you a bit, but I'm good at it. Speaking about the Mazda Roadster, or if you are from the US or UK European side, where's the Miata? Okay, yeah, I said the Mazda Miata. It was an MX-5. The worldwide also the MX-5 in Japan. It was Roadster, but then they have another one of a track focus ready here as well. Yeah, we have the track focus ready here on it as well. This one here. This is a Mazda Roadster NRA version. This is a circuit spec version. Well, let's say circuit spec. The track ready built car, and also the one thing about this thing, it's pretty much quite a lot of change as well. And also not that much. It was a little bit power and torque, but this thing is already has a track focus car. But this is one of the track focus Mazda Roadster one make race. In America, they have the Mazda MX-5 Cup as well. You know what I mean. This is one of the coolest thing. They have the roll cage for factory as well. Factory roll cage. That's pretty cool. I pretty much love it as well. Well, if you remember one of these things on the Gran Turismo, you know what I mean. And another thing about this this Roadster, it's not just that. What I'm gonna describe it. The fully track ready car. You can buy one of these things in real life and for the Mazda 1 race. And also what? The 24 hours, what's it? The 24 hours Cuba? Why I say that? Actually, but this thing is very cool. Now, for the context, this thing is a little bit heavy, 20 kilograms heavier than the normal Roadster. It's a 1,010 kilograms. But the horsepower, a little bit gain as well. 130 horsepower and 54 newton meters of torque. Underneath is quite high ready to drive. And also the one thing about this one is it's still 1.5 liter inline 4 engine as well. But then you can get the trim version with a paint job version or the Mazda Racing Speed version. They have a white version, the blue, and you can get it on base color. You can get or one of these things. But I have the white one. Mostly have the same color though. Then we have a deep crystal blue mica as well, and also platinum quartz bronze. Yeah, you know what I mean. Was it this car? It's pretty much, you may notice this Roadster is pretty much the most coolest car, and also track ready here as well. You can get what it is. It's 31,000 and credits. Yeah, no joking. But this thing you can put anything. But this thing is ready to drive, and also track focus ready. Rumor has it there's some Gran Turismo on there as well. Yeah, rumor has it they have quite a lot of different cars, and then another Mazda Roadster of it. And another one is not just pretty much expensive, but also super limited as well. and also the higher displacement and quite a lot of power. What I'm talking about is Mazda Roadster. But this video is Mazda Roadster. I'm talking about in this particular one, the newer version of the Roadster. This is the Mazda Roadster, Mazda Spirit Racing Roadster 12R. This is a 2025 version. And I just want to point out, this thing is pretty much different than the normal Roadster. Because this thing is quite more power. Yeah, it is. And also one thing, Mazda Spirit Racing actually put one of these things. With Gran Turismo actually laser scan one of these things in this game. And another thing is, there's quite a lot of new parts as well, including what's the only one is the Roadster, the 12R was the ducktail wing, the bumpers were quite a lot in aerodynamics. They had an additional side skirt revamp with the fuse a little bit, front lip, and also stickers on it. Oh yeah, it's pretty. I'm not joking. This is a pretty much the car. Pretty much, I gotta say, mostly they took the technology from the Super Taikyu car. Yeah, I said Super Taikyu car. Mostly Super Taikyu race car on the lower class, like the ST class on the railroad drive class on it, which is in this car here. Mostly they have Mazda Roadsters, and also one thing, it has TE37 on this car, and the front factory is running Yokohama Advan Neova AD09. How cool is it this thing? They have the AD09 in front factory as well. And also, it launched earlier this year, the Tokyo Auto Salon as well. And secondly, it's super limited as well. 200 ever built. Yeah, it is 200 ever built as well. This is the Mazda Roadster, Mazda Spirit Racing Roadster 12R. This is a 2025 version. And I just want to point out, this thing is pretty much different than the normal Roadster. Because this thing is quite more power. Yeah, it is. And also one thing, Mazda Spirit Racing actually put one of these things. With Gran Turismo actually laser scan one of these things in this game. And another thing is, there's quite a lot of new parts as well, including what's the only one is the Roadster, the 12R was the ducktail wing, the bumpers were quite a lot in aerodynamics. They had an additional side skirt revamp with the fuse a little bit, front lip, and also stickers on it. Oh yeah, it's pretty. I'm not joking. This is a pretty much the car. Pretty much, I gotta say, mostly they took the technology from the Super Taikyu car. Yeah, I said Super Taikyu car. Mostly Super Taikyu race car on the lower class, like the ST class on the railroad drive class on it, which is in this car here. Mostly they have Mazda Roadsters, and also one thing, it has TE37 on this car, and the front factory is running Yokohama Advan Neova AD09. How cool is it this thing? They have the AD09 in front factory as well. And also, it launched earlier this year, the Tokyo Auto Salon as well. And secondly, it's super limited as well. 200 ever built. Yeah, it is 200 ever built as well. Now for this car, it's pretty much different than the Mazda Roadster. The Mazda Roadster you saw in this game is 1.5 liter inline 4 engine. But this thing, it has a bigger engine on this thing. 2 liter inline 4 engine, which is a modified version of the Skyactive G4 also the engine they have as well. Now, one thing, 197 horsepower. I'm gonna say 187 horsepower. Underneath is pretty much no, not this. Yeah, it's 187 horsepower, and also this close. Not sure what the torque figure on this thing, but it was this close on this thing. And also 6-speed manual gearbox, 1.1 ton on this thing. A 1.1 ton on this Mazda Roadster, and also one thing, it has upgraded Brembo brakes. the height adjustable suspension by Bilstein as well. You may notice. Like I said earlier, this car have quite a lot of aero package. From the split, the side skid and rear wing, mostly they take to for the Super Taikyu cars. Yeah, they mostly the technology they took from the Super Taikyu series car. Mostly Mazda Roadster on the Super Taikyu race was on the race. Okay, I said, what am I babbling around? Most the car in Super Taikyu, you may notice it, they mostly have a Mazda Roadsters on it. Yeah, 197 horsepower or 200 horsepower, I should say. Yeah, 200 horsepower or 200 horsepower, I should say. 187 horsepower on this. It's pretty much the high numbers. But one thing, there's only 200 one of these things in exclusively in Japan, and also they mostly in lot they call lottery, and mostly in the high demand on this car as well. The high demand on this car, 200 one of these things ever built. They only came with the aero gray metallic, and also quite expensive, 120 grand. The most expensive Roadster ever, not that much, just 30 grand more than the Mazda Roadster and a touring car as well. It's quite much expensive, not that expensive, not that expensive than the RX-7 FT3S, it's the Spirit R Type A. This particular car, you know what? Because I have a lot of Super Taikyu cars as well in the Mazda Roadster mostly on the Super Taikyu. You know what? I gotta buy it. 120 grand for this thing. Not that bad. And look at that. How cute and how aggressive was. Well, I gotta drive it later actually. Now for every track in this game, man, it's quite a lot of circuit you may notice as well. We gotta draw it three circuit. Three well circuit as well. Okay, but start I gonna do. We're doing one a race circuit of all time. Daytona, not the oval one. I know the ovals are amazing, but the road course of that, we never mostly driving on one of these things with less horsepower, less sub 200 horsepower cars which is take a lot of time as well. But I never do the joke of that thing in my life. I never have make it that joke. But sub under 200 horsepower of these cars is very good as well. Well, less than 150, I can say. So let's get started anyway. people are asking me, wait, you said 200 horsepower, you said? Yeah, I maybe said metric horsepower, 200 metric horsepower, but 187 is okay. Okay. So we have this car has a Alcantara as well, Alcantara steering wheel. It came with Recaro Alcantara seat, Sabelt harness as well, and also pretty much we find a lot of stitching on this with this car. And also one thing, it's got TEs on it, TE37 and Mazda Speed, Mazda Speed Racing. I saw it. I said Mazda. Yeah, Mazda Speed Racing replace of the Mazda Speed. Yeah, it was actually. But the only thing is quite a lot of a change. They have a new exhaust system, the front lip, side skirt as well, and also they have this stripe on it. It even has a 2-liter engine and underneath it on this car. It's pretty much powerful, and also it has a Bilstein suspension on this thing. Yeah, I said maybe kind of mispronounced it, but not sure. Bilstein suspension. Yeah, most this car they all have Alcantara as well. That's pretty cool. Cool, not gonna lie. Hi. And also this car quite a lot have quite good goodies on it. It's got Brembo brakes. It came with the factory with the Yokohama Advan Neova AD09. The AD09, the latest Yokohama Advan Neova tire as well. And this car is quite a lot of fun technology from the, like I said earlier, this car has a lot of technology from the Super Taikyu series. If you don't know what the Super Taikyu is, Super Taikyu is a racing category. I said racing category. The racing league, which is held in Japan, and also the racing they use is the endurance. You may notice, like on the end of the May to the early June this year, which is a 31st to 1st of June actually, which is a 24 hours of Fuji Speedway. You may know of that, right? But that was a Super Taikyu, which is an endurance race as well. This car, quite a lot of technology for the Super Taikyu as well. Yeah, it was actually. Super Taikyu, this one, not that. It also launched in 2025 Tokyo Auto Salon as well. Only 200 one of these things in the world, exclusively in Japan. And actually, Roadster, the name Roadster is exclusive in Japan. Yeah. The next one here I'm going to talk about the NRA. The NRA is a track car. It always is a factory located. You may notice. Mostly standard. The only difference of Mazda Roadster on this car, on the NRA and the 12R, I gotta say radio. The radio is quite different on this one. It also has a Mazda Speed, a bucket seat, but this one is a Mazda Speed Racing. Mazda Speed Racing replaced Mazda Speed Racing replaced the Mazda Speed. Yeah, you may notice the Mazda Speed, the legendary name as well. This car factory with the bucket seats. Yeah, it was with the bucket seats, and also pretty much a 80 kilograms heavier than the. I said 80 kilograms heavier. The 12R. The 12R is a 80 kilograms heavier than this one. Yeah, 80 kg. I said 80 kilograms. 90 kgs. Yeah, 90 kgs different. This one 1,010 kilos. The NRA was 1.1 tons. Yeah, it's pretty much different. But this particular one is a fully ready to race car. You can buy one of these in factory ready to race, which is a Mazda Roadster 1 make race car. I may be talking about it later, but I assume maybe you're gonna talk about it. So in this one here, the Roadster, the ND Roadster. ND Roadster been around 10 years, 10 years. This car came out 2015. Also appeared in Need for Speed 2015, and also appeared in the Gran Turismo Sports, and also one of the video game actually appeared one of these things. And people buy one of these things not just as want to drive for fun, and also Oh, it also people say that this is a hairdresser car. Really, this is a everyone's drive. Everyone can drive one of these things on this thing. And this one here, the Roadster, it's pretty much has a retractable, a convertible roof as well. It also had the RF version, which is a Targa version of it. Yeah, I say it is the Targa version, the Roadster RF. You can check out this video if you want to check out a video. I recommend that you watch one of my favorite content creators, Yomichi Yuki. You can check out her video right now if you want to check it out. She also reviewed the Roadster RF. The Roadster, normal Roadster, it was cool as well. Or MX-5 or Miata as well. But everybody love this car because it's simple. It's it's a affordable sports car and also fun to drive and also rear wheel. And also the recipe of this is the rear wheel drive as well. I don't know what to say, but this thing is really cool as well. So thank you so much for watching the live. Sorry. Thank you so much for watching this video as well. Now, if you want to see more Gran Turismo 7 and 8 other videos on this channel, be sure to smash a like, subscribe if you're new, follow me Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and so Hoyo Lab and TikTok. Link in the description box below if you want to check out. And if you want to follow me, you can follow me as well. And click on the notification bell and turn on the notification bell as well. See you guys in the next video. Assalamualaikum and goodbye.